Hi, and welcome to my life. It is the Tuesday of the week following Mother's Day, and it's time to be out in the sun. And I still haven't attracted a little spider for this baby tree. Or rather, the tree itself hasn't attracted any. But every now and then I'm seeing little traces of webs here and there. So I might just catch it into a web. Now this one, the mystery citrus, he's trying to branch out. I've got a little tiny fork in the stem happening down here and some little leaves coming up from that, and another one further down, almost all the way down. So I'm still hopeful that will survive, and I'm still hopeful this will survive. What, puppy? You want to say hi to the trees? They're too little to let you do anything with them. Okay. You want to go down the steps? It's doggy time. Isn't it always? Alright. Blueberries have a definite blush to them. Even this one over here on the other plant. Now some of them just may not be doing well. The chickens over here at the neighbor's house seem to be okay. I have another dozen wide-mouth jars sanitizing in the dishwasher. They'll get steamy hot in there. And all the lids and rings go into the largest strainer. The water will mostly drain off of them. Same project as last time. Yep, more bacon for the shelf. Unlike cucumbers and tomatoes, there's no specific season for bacon because most of that is processed and cured professionally for retail use. And so you can always get it. It's just that oldest grandson is eating it up as fast as he can. I'm still on carnivore. And the carny wawa still helps me eat my steaks. Yeah. And Loki is still trying to do a good job of it. And it is early. So he took the trash bins out the street on his way out of the house this morning. And I napped a little longer, and then I got up, got dressed, got my shoes on, went and got them. Took them. They'd been emptied. I could hear the trucks. But I put them back where they belong and put the bike chain on them. And the dog tells me it's time to go outside, Mommy. So outside we came. Oh, buddy. It's a warm day already. It's warm and sunny and there's not a cloud to be seen. After all the rain we've had, you'd think there would be something of clouds available, but that's alright. It was fog this morning. I noticed the weather alert on my phone when I checked for messages in the morning, but that morning, yeah, what time is it? It's 10 now. The sun is very bright. But last night there was a weather advisory that fog was expected and that in a few places it might be very dense and difficult to see. I have to wonder how many people actually look at the weather advisories on their phones. Now this time of year it is easy to just dismiss. I mean, I don't need to see this. Yeah, it's springtime, there's gonna be thunderstorms. You can be, what? Are you watching butterflies? You can be down the steps a little longer. I don't know what goes on in that little bitty head of his. He comes and sits next to me because he's my dog. But he's not much of a dog. He's a very tiny little 9-pound chihuahua with legs about that long. And since his legs are so short, his elbows kind of turn out and he gets looking like a cartoon bulldog, you know? Little tiny tough guy. It's an office day, so Loki is out. It's a school day, so oldest grandson has the Ford. That'll be parked over at the high school. And it's a school day, so my daughter jumped in my vehicle and took the younger boy to the middle school and must have then gone on into town because that's what she does. She might be at the gym or she might be getting any forgotten items at the grocery store. But fortunately, I wanted another flat of the wide-mouth jars because those are specifically the easiest one to get a bundle of bacon and parchment paper into and back out of. Canned bacon is shelf-stable because you process it in a pressure canner. A lot of people are wary of pressure canners. I guess a long time ago it wasn't too unusual for them to explode if handled poorly. Now they have a funny little valve that'll just pop right out and let the pressure off if it needs to badly enough. But I still remember from the last time I did this, 10 pounds of pressure for 90 minutes. The lengthy part of this will be packing the bacon. So I'll be laying the strips onto parchment because it's thinner than the plain brown packing paper that some people prefer to use. They might not realize the value of the fat that cooks out of the bacon. Because without your essential fatty acids, your body can't do a lot of the things it needs to do, like keeping your hormones in track. I mean, the hormone cascade, you think about it, if you see them all drawn out, there's these things that happen, and in this branch, here's this hormone, and then these things happen, and here's this branch, and here's this hormone. I mean, you've got to have cholesterol for this hormone cascade. You need all your hormones. Not some of them, not just the ones your doctor says is important. You need all of them. You need insulin, you need cortisol, you need melatonin, and you need to be able to make your own in case the time comes when all these exogenous hormones that are on the market are not available. I've had a lot of people try to push me into a melatonin habit. And this included at my gym when there was a challenge going on. And oh, you can use this and it's thermogenic and it'll help you burn fat. And it's got some melatonin to help you sleep. Well, I didn't need melatonin to help me sleep. That's part of what the exercise was for. I don't have to take something to wake up. I mean, I like coffee, but I don't have to take coffee to wake up. And I don't have to take melatonin to go to sleep. What you doing, little dog? Hey, you don't need to go off chasing anything. And the way you were staring, I think you were considering it. I can hear birds. If anybody out there knows different bird calls, they're more than welcome to go into the comments. Say hi. Tell me what bird that is that's making some of those sounds. We've got common chickadees, we've got various blackbirds, we've got grackles, they're nasty. What else we got? Sometimes robins and jays. I suppose I should get on Google and look them up and listen to their calls. That might be interesting. Because the dishwasher will be running for a while, sanitizing those jars and lids. And a few odd other dishes that the boys had their breakfast and left in the sink. Since it's 10 now, I got a couple hours. Well, I don't have to wait. I'm really not as interested in intermittent fasting. I can fast for a few days if I need to. I just don't feel like I need to right now. Dr. Fung is clear on that. Maybe I do need to, I don't know. But since I cook all Loki's meals, he's a little bit put out when I'm fasting and don't feel like cooking something I'm not going to eat. He's not stupid. He knows how to reach the stove, where the controls are, and what the controls do. Oh, it's bright. I should have worn a ball cap. I'm going to have one on soon enough anyway when I'm doing up all that bacon because I don't want to be dripping sweat and losing hair over what I'm doing. I have not been watching anything interesting on YouTube lately. I mean, it's all the same thing. This or that doctor saying how, ooh, this carnivore diet's gonna kill everyone who's doing it. And others going, no it ain't. Cholesterol, 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 what's your labs look like? Don't care. And there is the argument. They don't look too closely at cholesterol, they just scream about it. because studies that delve too deeply into cholesterol do show that it does not cause heart attacks. In fact, most of the people having heart attacks have low to moderate cholesterol. They don't want us to talk about that. They being all the medical people who are trying to get us to lower our cholesterol. Like I said, you need it. Your brain is made of cholesterol. Every cell in your body has a lipid shield that helps protect it from viruses, and that's made from cholesterol. You cannot substitute plant fats to get the fatty acids you need to build these lipid shields. And you kind of got to be an idiot to be listening to someone who has no nutrition information and looks like hell. I mean, they don't get trained in nutrition when they go to study being a doctor. They really don't. For some of them, half a credit, 1 year, and for others, none at all. And you go to the appointment, and here's this guy that weighs more than you do telling you to eat less and move more. Most of us get a little bit of nutrition information in school when we're kids, and it's usually misinformation. And that's fine and dandy with the drug companies because they want to sell you the drugs and the supplements. I mean, here's this drug. This will reduce your cholesterol. Yeah, by blocking your body's ability to make cholesterol. Why would your body be making something if you didn't need it? That would be like, here's this drug. It'll block your body's ability to reconstruct proteins out of the amino acids you eat. Well, if I'm eating protein to get all the essential amino acids, why on earth would I block that? And that is the thinking with the cholesterol. Oh, it's so evil. You've got to stop eating the fats and you've got to eat these vegetable oils instead. Well, what do you suppose those people who are in the hospital from having their heart attacks with low cholesterol to moderate cholesterol, what do you suppose they were eating? If you're not sure what the answer to that is, go look up the Minnesota coronary trial. I think that's the name of it. I know I linked it on another video one time. I'm not a doctor. I have been an EMT. And I will tell you that if you insist on eating all the things that medical people and adherents to the Loma Linda Seventh-day Adventist Church of anorexia vegana, as Bart K puts it. If you eat like that, you'll be headed for trouble. That's what we do know from the few studies that have actually been adequately done. And when these studies are done, they get buried in someone's basement or their garage or their attic. And they hope the paper will rot before anyone reads the results because they're so disappointed in what they find out. Because what they find out is that cholesterol is not that bad for you. It is something you use. It is something you need. And, you know, if you look at the food pyramid and take it seriously, you're going to wind up shaped like a food pyramid. Because all that grain and sugar is where you're going to get that moment on the lips, lifetime on the hips kind of thing. I think little dog is getting warm. I might talk some more in a bit. Y'all be good and take care of each other. Bye-bye.